Let your sigh be your prayer tonight. Let your silence be sacred. The shepherd kneels beside your ache and says, "Even this I can work with." His guidance doesn't always come in thunder or clarity. Sometimes it comes as a steady peace that makes no sense. Sometimes it's a door that closes before you walk through it. Sometimes it's just knowing deep down that you are not alone in the dark. He is not in a hurry. He is not measuring your worth by your momentum. You are not drifting. You are being drawn, slowly, surely, safely. The way forward may not be visible, but the one who leads you sees it all. Sleep now, in the safety of the shepherd's care. You may not know the way forward, but you are not lost. You are held, and here, in this quiet, uncertain, sacred space, you are deeply known and forever kept. You don't need a perfect plan to be guided. You don't need polished prayers to be heard. The shepherd walks with you, not out of duty, but because his love for you is deep, personal, and unwavering. He sees the thoughts you didn't say out loud. He knows the ache you didn't explain, and still he stays, not to fix you, but to hold you. Go rest now, wrapped in the certainty of his care. You are not behind, you are not broken. You are exactly where grace will meet you. Let his nearness be your night light. Let his promises be your pillow. The shepherd is not far off. He walks through the valley with you. He sets a table not after the chaos, but in the midst of it. Even here, even now, you are sheltered beneath his wings, secure in his presence, guarded by his word. What you cannot see, he already knows. What you cannot hold, he carries for you. Release the weight of today. Receive the peace of tonight. And as your body settles into sleep, let your soul remember, you are seen, you are safe, and you are held. Amen. This is the benediction of the led and loved. You are carried when your strength fades. You are found even when you feel lost. You are guided when the road disappears. You are seen not as a role or a task, but as a beloved soul, worthy of compassion. He does not need you to be fearless. He just asks you to be willing, to rest, to receive, to let go. There is a kind of tiredness that sleep alone can't touch, a soul-deep weariness born from carrying the weight of unknowns, from whispered prayers that return in silence, from burdens no one else sees. If that's you tonight, know this: you are not broken. You are simply human, and God meets you not at the peak of your strength, but in the valley of your fatigue. 2 Corinthians 4:16 promises, "Though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day." Renewal doesn't always come in grand moments. Sometimes it comes quietly, like breath you didn't realize you were holding, or light slowly returning to a dim room. So breathe deep, exhale the weight. Let the hidden tears be prayers he catches. Let this stillness become a sanctuary. You are safe here, not because the world is simple, but because your shepherd is faithful. He doesn't sleep, he doesn't leave, and he doesn't let go. You are led, you are loved, and you are home. In the hush of the night, when silence stretches and shadows grow long, it can feel like you're the only one still awake. Thoughts turning, hopes flickering, the ache of unanswered prayers quietly lingering. But you are not alone in this darkness. You are not the last soul awake. There is one who does not slumber, the shepherd who sees in the dark, who hears the prayers you can't speak, who stays when everyone else sleeps. Isaiah 58:11 whispers truth into your weariness. The Lord shall guide thee continually and satisfy thy soul in drought. Continually, not occasionally, not just when you feel strong. Even now, especially now, he is guiding you. You do not need to carry the night. You don't have to guard your heart with worn-out strength. He is already doing that. He does not grow tired. He doesn't pull back when you're uncertain. His nearness is not based on your clarity. It's based on his covenant. While your mind wrestles, His peace surrounds you. He is not worried. He is not waiting for you to be better. He is already here, covering you with a love that refuses to leave. The night may feel long, but He is in every moment of it, whispering stillness where anxiety once roamed. To breathe, release the weight you've been holding. You don't need to watch the clock or solve the morning before it comes. Let Him take the night shift. He is your keeper, your shepherd in the shadow, your guide who never sleeps. The stars above are not just decoration, they are declarations that God is awake, God is aware, and God is already at work. Rest, not because everything is resolved, but because you are resolved in Him. Rest, because you are not alone. Amen. And now, beloved soul, may you feel what words cannot hold, this sacred hush wrapping itself around your heart like the quiet arms of the shepherd who's been near all along. Not because the answers arrived, but because love did. You have walked through shadowed spaces. You have sat still with your unspoken fears, and still, here you are, softer, not shattered. The ache of uncertainty was not wasted. It became the canvas where peace gently painted itself across your soul. You don't need to strive for it. You don't need to earn it. You only need to be honest about your ache, your questions, your need. God isn't waiting for you to be impressive. He's already near, drawn to your need like light to shadow. He doesn't rush your healing. He sits with you in the slow in-between. If your faith feels small, if your prayers feel empty, let even that be your offering. He receives it all. He renews you not through pressure, but through presence. Not in noise, but in nearness. You are not a stranger to heaven. In a world that often celebrates strength and masks vulnerability, there is one who sees through every layer and still stays. You are not just noticed, you are known. The real you, the tired, questioning, quietly aching version of you that wonders if you're enough, if you're still on the path, if you're even seen at all. That's the version the shepherd draws near to, not with correction, with compassion, not with demands, with deep, steady love. Jesus said, "I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and am known of mine." That knowing isn't distant, it's intimate. He walks through your story, not just over it. When you don't know what to pray, He listens to the silence. When you've lost the words, He hears the ache behind them. When you've forgotten your own worth, He whispers your name, gently, faithfully, again and again. You don't need to explain yourself tonight. You don't need to be understood by the world. You are understood by the one who matters most. Your soul is not too complex. Your silence is not too empty. Your presence is never unnoticed. The shepherd doesn't require a perfect version of you to stay close. He simply comes, and He stays. So let the pressure fall away. Let the masks go quiet. You are not lost in the crowd. You are called by name. You are held without condition. You are loved without hesitation. Rest tonight in the truth that you are fully known and never once rejected. He does not flinch at your unraveling. He holds you through it. And He will not let you go. In your quiet surrender, something holy emerged. Not understanding, but closeness. Not control, but communion. May this night become your shelter, not from pain, but from pressure. Let it hold you gently in the in-between, where God does His deepest, most unseen work. As your breath begins to slow, may your soul remember. It is being carried, covered, cradled, not by your own strength, but by the unwavering devotion of the shepherd. I don't need control, Lord. I need closeness. I don't need a plan. I need your presence. Let this night be sacred, not because everything makes sense, but because I choose to let go. I've gripped too tightly the things that only grace can carry. But tonight, I breathe out the striving. I breathe in your peace, not because I've given up, but because I trust you never will. Lead me, even if I can't see the path. Light just the next step. Speak peace where fear has spoken loudly. Whisper into the stillness, I am here. I am guiding. Teach me that stillness is not failure, but faith. That silence is not absence, but invitation. Sleep now, not because everything is done, but because you are deeply, eternally found. Let mercy fall over you like rain on dry ground. Let grace be the last voice you hear. And may this peace, unearned, unshaken, stay with you far beyond the night. Even in this quiet, you are surrounding me. Even as I sleep, you are still working. Even in the unknown, you are unwavering. I do not need to figure it out. I only need to trust the one who holds it all. You are enough. You are leading, and because of that, I can rest. Amen. Psalm 23 reminds us, He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. These aren't just beautiful words. They're divine invitations. You don't have to strive tonight. You don't have to prove anything. You are simply invited to be still, to rest in the nearness of a shepherd who knows how to comfort tired hearts. Sleep is more than physical recovery. It's sacred surrender. It's your spirit saying, I don't need to be in control. I don't need to know the outcome. I believe you're still working, even while I rest. That belief, however fragile it feels, is enough. You don't need to force faith. You just need to be willing to rest in the presence of the shepherd who never sleeps. There is a kind of comfort that doesn't require clarity, only presence. And tonight, that is what the shepherd offers you. Not a plan, not a solution, a place. A quiet, sacred place to rest your questions and breathe again. He doesn't arrive with expectations. He comes with tenderness, not to fix you, but to hold you. You don't need to say the perfect words. You don't need to understand everything. Your stillness is enough. Your surrender is worship. The shepherd who walked with you through the day now keeps watch through the night. He does not sleep. He does not leave. He wraps your anxious thoughts in peace and guards your rest with grace. So close your eyes. Release the weight. You are safe, not because everything is simple, but because His love is strong. You are seen, you are known, and you are being held gently, completely, eternally. By the one who never lets you go. Sleep now, beloved. You are home. You may feel paused, unsure, or even undone, but that doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're being led by love that isn't shaken by your doubt. There is no shame in uncertainty, no weakness in waiting. What the world may call hesitation, heaven calls worship, because it takes courage to be still when you long for answers. It takes faith to rest in the dark when the next step remains unseen. Let your questions tonight become invitations, not barriers. Let them guide you deeper into God's presence. The shepherd isn't asking for your certainty. He's offering His. He doesn't measure your faith by your clarity, but by your trust, and even that trust can be trembling. He's not disappointed. He's already near. Beloved soul, as night settles and silence fills the corners of your room, take a breath. Let go of the need to solve, to strive, to know. You are not alone in your uncertainty. You are not abandoned in your ache. This moment is not about finding clarity. It's about finding comfort in the arms of the one who holds all things together. Maybe today felt heavy. Maybe the plans you clung to didn't hold, but you are not failing. You are not forgotten. You are simply human and deeply loved. God is not waiting for you to be stronger. He is already near, not with pressure, but with peace, not demanding answers, but offering presence. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He does not give you a map for the road ahead. He gives you Himself, and with Him, even the valley becomes a place of restoration. Let your fears soften now in the quiet. The unknown is not a void, it is sacred space. a place where trust takes root. The fog around you does not mean you're lost. It means you're invited to lean, to listen, to follow the still, small voice that leads through shadows. God is not distant in your confusion. He is closest in your questioning. Psalm 91 reminds us, He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. Let this be your turning point tonight, from striving to surrender, from control to comfort. He is not pacing the heavens, waiting for you to figure it out. He is already with you, speaking stillness over your storm. You don't need to perform for peace. You simply need to receive it. You are being led, even now, by hands that do not tremble. There is a sacred quiet in Psalm 23:3. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Not because you've earned it, not because you're strong or steady, but because guiding is who He is. He leads because He is faithful, because He is good, because that's what a shepherd does. So if tonight you feel too worn to pray, too overwhelmed to ask for anything, too numb to hope, let that be enough. He does not require perfect words. He meets you in the stillness, not with demands, but with deep understanding. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are being gently, faithfully, tenderly led. You don't need polished prayers tonight. You don't need to hold it all together. The tears you haven't cried, the questions you haven't voiced, the weariness in your bones. He knows. And still, He leads. Gently, kindly, with more patience than you think you deserve. This is not the night to strive. It's the night to surrender, to let His hand hold yours in the hush, to trust that when your faith flickers, His love does not. You are not expected to sprint, just follow. Rest in His rhythm, lean into His peace. Sleep now, not because the path is clear, but because the shepherd is near, and He's not letting go. So breathe, not to fix, but to receive. Let your weariness lead you, not to despair, but to deeper rest. The shepherd of your soul is not disappointed in your exhaustion. He draws close to it. He restores not by demanding more from you, but by reminding you that you are already held. The world around you may not have changed today, but something holy is stirring within you, slowly, gently, faithfully. Sleep now, not as escape, but as sacred surrender. You are being renewed, even now, and He will not let you go. Gracious Shepherd, I come to you tonight not with answers, but with need, not with strength, but with surrender. I offer you the tangled thoughts I couldn't quiet, the quiet fears I tried to ignore, the weight I've carried too long. I've tried to manage what wasn't mine to hold. Now I place it, all of it, into your hands. Restore my soul where it's been stretched thin. Let your spirit rise in the places where anxiety once lived. Teach me to hear your voice above my doubt, to follow even when I feel unsure. Remind me that I don't need to lead myself. I only need to be led. As I release this day, I release my need to be everything. I release the fear that rest means weakness. I fall, not apart, but into your grace. There is a kind of rest that doesn't come from understanding. It comes from releasing, from choosing, even in the fog, to trust the one who leads. You were never meant to carry it all, and tonight, God is not asking you to figure everything out. He's simply inviting you to let go, not because everything is clear, but because He is near. This is not blind faith, it's intimate surrender, the kind that whispers, I trust you, even here. Psalm 23 reminds us that still waters are not found, they are led to. You didn't earn the right to rest, it was given, not because you've solved the day, but because the shepherd stays with you in it, through questions, through silence, through the ache of not knowing. His peace doesn't wait for perfect clarity. It meets you in the middle, where your sigh becomes a prayer and your stillness becomes trust. So loosen your grip on tomorrow. Stop rehearsing outcomes. Let the questions be unanswered. Let the shepherd be enough. You are not resting because everything is resolved. You are resting because the one who holds you is trustworthy. You don't need all the answers tonight. You only need this one. He is with you, and he's not leaving. Da-da. So let your bed become the pasture. Let your breath become the prayer. Let your rest become the response to his love. You are not alone under these covers. The hands that carved mountains are cradling your soul. You are not forgotten in the dark. You are remembered with love, watched over with care, held with intention. There is a quiet mercy found in not having all the answers. It doesn't always feel like grace. More often it feels like fog, like standing still when all you want is to move. But in God's kingdom, unknowing is not abandonment, it's invitation. An opening, not to clarity, but to communion. You don't have to see the full path to walk in peace. You only need to stay close to the shepherd who already sees it all. So release the pressure to know. Lay down the need to fix, to figure, to find. Rest, not because everything is resolved, but because you are resolved in him. This in-between space, this waiting, wondering, not quite there place, is not a punishment. It is holy ground. It is where trust is born, where roots grow deep, and where love proves steady. Beloved, you've come to the quiet edge of another day, not because every question was answered, but because grace carried you. And now, as the stillness settles in, let this truth hold your heart gently. You are both led and loved. Always both. Not when you've figured it out, not when you feel strong, but even now, especially now. Amen.